What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Project Runway Season 19, Episode 9, I think. I guess that's what it is. But, no, Episode 8. Episode 8. So, we start this episode off with Christian giving us a runway of pajamas, basically. And he said, hey, this is the retrospective look of what it is that we have all been stuck with for the last year and a half because of the Panorama. And he said, designers are struggling with ways to sort of make upscale loungewear because so many of us now are just living in loungewear. I ain't gonna go down my list of pet peeves about people being outside in their pajamas and then they slippers and then they bonnets. I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it right here. But he said this is what designers are doing. So their challenge is to create like an upscale luxury lounge outfit, that could basically, you could go from your couch to the to an event. And so that's their challenge. It's a 1-day challenge, I believe it was. And so we're going to see what everybody sort of comes up with right now. Is it Anna? I believe it was Anna. Anna said that she's used to making, lingerie, and she thinks it makes a woman feel sexy, and so she's here for it, right? So of course they go to mood. Now, a couple of personal stories we learned this episode, because they always give us a little bit of personal things. We see Anna talking to her husband and him checking in on her after the accident that happened on the last episode with everything that went down with that. And she's still struggling with that, and listen, I can't tell some with the added stress of being in a competition. I can't tell nobody that they can't feel no kind of way, it is a lot. And, I've been in accidents where you do have a little bit of post, I was rear-ended really badly last year, and it was that night. And all I remember were the headlights coming up behind me and not slowing down. And honestly, for weeks, I got nervous as hell every time I saw somebody rolling up behind me. I was nervous that they weren't going to stop and that they were going to hit me. So I understand that there's that post, moment where you have to kind of process through it. We find out that Project has a daughter. He said as soon as he's done with this competition, honey, he is headed to Haiti to see his daughter. He said one of his goals, of course, is to bring her over to the United States because it's just safer. He didn't show her face, he said, because there are real threats over in Haiti where, kidnapping is a real thing. And they be kidnapping people that they don't know whether have the money to pay. So certainly they're going to look at him on a TV show and assume that he's got money. And so, I hope that by the time this aired, he was able to get his daughter, because even with them blurring her face, if the right people want to find her. So, but I was here for that because he definitely got emotional, talking about his daughter. So let's get into what's going on. Let's get into the gettings. So Octavio decides that he is going to make like this hooded, like an oversized sweatshirt situation, but the material he used was very different. It was almost like an aluminum foil type material. It looks like that insulation. You know how you get those things to put on the inside of your car and the windshield so your car don't overheat, and some of that sort of silvery. It looked like that. It looked like he got material like that, right? And I was like, okay, because again, when you're making an oversized hoodie, it's been done. There's nothing new about that. So getting a different type of material is definitely something you need to do, right? Definitely. Zayden is overthinking. He's trying to figure it out. He can't quite put his finger on it. And he ended up buying about 5 different materials. And that's when I knew Zayden was in trouble because you didn't have a clear vision. And when he talked to Christian sort of steered him in the direction of the bubble coat. He said, listen, that is your bread and butter. Like, you make that well. It looks good. It's urban. It's part of, it's your aesthetic. And he did that. He listened to Christian, and he made the bubble coat. The problem was he made a bunch of other shit too that he probably shouldn't have listened to. But we'll get to that. Bones was doing a very to me, like a very sleek, like satiny type loungewear outfit. So I was here for Bones' outfit. I was here for that. Project found a really cute print that had like naked women on it, but it was sort of airbrushed. You couldn't quite tell what it was. I thought that was different. I thought that was very different and unique. I thought there was a little unique littleness to that. But the highlight of this episode, honey, forget all of that. We're going to get to the looks in a minute. The highlight of this episode was the Queen, Cyndi Lauper, graced us with her presence. Now, listen, I love me some Cyndi Lauper. I go back to Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Cyndi Lauper. I remember Cyndi Lauper coming out with the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I remember Cyndi Lauper hanging out with the WWF superstars. I remember all of that, honey. I remember that. One of my favorite songs is still Time After Time. I'm here for Cyndi Lauper. And then Jeffrey, the winner from last season, he was there. And instead of Christian being their mentor for this challenge, Cyndi and Jeffrey were their mentors, and they talked about where they were. And Jeffrey was saying how on last season, the episode where Cyndi was the judge sort of was the turning point, because he said, I did overreact and I did get in my head a lot, and of course they had to flashback to all the times he was crying last season, child. But he said that challenge was really the turning point where he sort of found himself again and found his confidence, and he didn't second guess himself after that. It was just, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going for it, and this is how I feel about it. And so I was definitely here for that. Chantal, she had a clear vision for her outfit. It was personally, I just think it looked like a big old blanket. And then she made like a coffee cup to match. That's what it was. Aaron was definitely here for the challenge. Again, he's another one who listened to Christian. I didn't think he was at first, because Christian was telling him his outfit was looking a little drab, a little matronly, but he was like, no, trust me. I got it. And I was just like, okay. But he did, he still didn't young it up as much as he should have, because that was part of the criticism he got at the end. But he definitely younged it up more than it was. Okay. So let's just go ahead and get into these looks, because we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. So let's just talk about we go down the runway now. Christian tried to get Octavio to edit himself, but we saw something this episode that we had not seen from Octavio. We saw a little arrogance. And I don't mean like the normal, I know what I'm doing, I've been doing this arrogance. We saw a little bit of that snap back, snapping at the judges. He kind of got a little disrespectful. I think, at the judges. So let's talk about it. So we do the runway. We have our fashion show, honey. We have the fashions, okay? And Bones was safe. Well, I can't remember, y'all. And I don't know why I didn't write it down. I didn't take good notes on this episode. I apologize for that. But Bones was safe, and two of the ladies. I think it was the one that Christian saved last week. No, I'm gonna get it right. So anyway, but we'll get to the runway. So, and the reason why I'm not remembering, because I didn't write it down, and that's my fault, y'all. But we're gonna get to it. So Chastity's outfit was actually my favorite outfit of this week. This is Miss. Maybe I should do her last, since she's my favorite. We're gonna do Chastity's last, because Chastity's my favorite. Let's go with my second favorite. Now, Aaron, as mad as I was at you after last week's episode, you have to know that this outfit must have done it for me to say that this was one of my favorite outfits of the week. This is Aaron's outfit, y'all, and I'm here for it. It is everything, and I'm here for it, okay? That is absolutely comfort chic to me. She looked comfortable as hell, okay? Comfortable as hell, with the little crop top and a little oversized. It almost looks like a robe, but it's a duster, and the wide pants that sort of flow, and they're really light looking. Like, you could absolutely take the purse away, and you could walk around the house in that just as easily as you can put your purse on, throw on your Uggs and head on out the door, right? And I think that was the whole purpose of this challenge. I think that was the whole purpose of this challenge. Um, my favorite look, that's Chastity's look. Again, you know, it's got like the genie pants that balloon out at the ankle, right? We've got all of that. And I think we absolutely positively, again, that is something that we can absolutely see us, you know, picking up and wearing around the house. You know, you put some slippers on with that, or just walk around barefoot. Or again, you put your little duster on and you head on out and you hang out with some friends. You go meet up for some drinks and some more stuff. So I feel like this is absolutely, you know, that is absolutely giving me what I need. Now they were in the top. They were in the top. But they were not the winners, y'all. And I really think they should have been the winner. One of those two should have won. Now, again, let's go back to Aaron's for a second. I feel like where Aaron may not have won is because they wanted a little bit more with that crop top. And underneath that crop top, he made like sort of like a sports bar that's sort of like striped. And on the runway, when he took that crop top away and he had the sports bar underneath with the stripe, they were like, that's it. That's the missing piece. And I feel like, you know, again, I still think he should have, you know, he was in the top, but maybe that would have done it for him. Maybe that would have put them over the top. I don't know. But that was my favorite. Okay. Those are my two favorites. My least favorite look, y'all, this monster right here. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I don't. There is nothing comfortable or chic about that look at all. There's nothing. That is a Studio 54. I am ready to get my groove on. You make me feel mighty, mighty real. That is not. What about that says I'm gonna sit on my couch and lounge for the evening? No, ma'am. And honestly, y'all, that would have been my vote to go home. That was definitely in the bottom. That was definitely in the bottom, but that would have been my vote to go home. Okay. Now, my second least favorite look started off as actually one of my favorite looks. Octavio. You see this? That's the material I was telling y'all about. I was here for that. When she walked down the runway, y'all, I was absolutely here for the oversized, overstuffed, you know, aluminum foil look. Because again, it's just an oversized sweatshirt hoodie that comes down. It sort of came down to like her mid thigh, right? Here's the problem with the outfit. Two things. One, those sleeves. He sort of added like a little gimmick. I felt like it was a gimmick with the sleeves because when she lets her arm out, those sleeves go all the way to the floor, and it's kind of like, why? Like, you were just trying to be different. Like, why? Why were you doing that? But here was the biggest problem with that outfit. Baby, underneath, he made a whole lingerie garter belt situation, and he had her in some pink pumps with feathers on them. Y'all, let me tell y'all a little secret about women. In most cases, I ain't talking about every woman in the world, okay? I can't tell you about every woman in the world. In most cases, let me tell you a little something about this. Women either are sexy or comfortable. Ain't no woman putting that hoodie on with this. They either gonna give you the full lingerie experience, okay? The full lingerie experience, or they giving you the full comfort experience with maybe a little thong or a little, you know, bikini panty underneath. But they ain't giving you both of this at the same time, okay? And when the judges were sort of critiquing Octavio, he was giving them, well, this is my aesthetic and this is what I'm here for. I'm here to show you something different and something maybe you didn't. And I was like, whoa, player. Hold up, player. There is no need for you to get rude. And I felt like he sort of snapped at the judges a little bit. But he was definitely in the bottom. The other person that was in the bottom, unfortunately, was Zayden. Now, this look was Coral's. I'm sorry, let me go back up. That was Coral's look. Coral was in the bottom as well. And so was Zayden. Now, do I need to even explain any further why this was not a good idea? I liked the design and of the outfit. It was just poorly constructed. The breast area was bad. You know, you have to be very careful putting a plus size woman in a jumpsuit. Okay, it can work. We've seen it work, but you got to be very careful. Now, the bubble coat was absolutely the winner, winner, chicken dinner. But here is what I think what Zayden wasn't understanding about it. I think Zayden could have made something very basic underneath, and he should have highlighted the coat, which is what I think Christian was trying to tell him. If you make that coat the focal point of your outfit, and you maybe put her in a very basic crop top, billowy pant type situation, I think maybe you're good. I think maybe you're good. The same thing with Octavio. I think if you give her a funky legging situation, I think you're good. Because again, I liked this top. This is where you lost the judges. And then adding a pink pump, they were like, okay, there's a whole lot going on here. But I think if he had made a funky legging to go underneath that, I think he might have been okay. But ultimately, the bottom two were Zayden and Octavio. And y'all, it was a double elimination. Both of them went home. I wasn't shocked, but I was shocked. I really didn't think they would send Octavio home. I thought he had one more in him. Because prior to the unconventional challenge, I feel like he was giving us great looks. But I think part of it was his attitude. And I feel like that might be the part of the conversation with the judges that they might have edited out. Because I think part of the problem was his attitude and the way he sort of kind of came at the judges. You know, they don't play with that. They don't play with that. And these judges, I think, have even less patience than the judges used to have. Because I feel like the old judges used to let you get a little sassy. But these, they ain't giving you that much. Zayden, baby, he was so upset. I mean, he had a whole breakdown. And again, remember how much he gave up. I mean, this man is getting ready to get evicted from his apartment. So you got to remember how much he gave up to be here. But Zayden, I love you. I love your designs. If anybody ever shows you this, I believe in you. Okay? I believe in you. And if you were ever looking for a plus size model to do something with, and I wish you the best. I absolutely do. So we are down, ladies and gentlemen. Now, listen. I guess I do have to talk about the winner shit. Christina is the winner, and I really did not like Christina's look. Y'all notice I ain't even talked about it. Christina looked like she had a big old blanket over top of her model with a do-rag and a Starbucks cup covered in the material. I didn't like it. I didn't even take a picture of it and didn't realize I didn't have a picture of it until I started doing the video. I didn't like it. And I really think Chastity or Aaron were robbed. Chastity and Aaron, y'all was robbed on this one. I think y'all was robbed. But there is no more immunity. Chastity got the last immunity, so there's no more immunity. There's no more Seriano save. Baby, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty. Okay, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. Y'all tell me what y'all thought. Y'all agree with me, disagree with me? Did you like the looks? Did you not like the looks? Who did you like? Who didn't you like? Tell me in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.